Hi, it's Michael Sahota. Today I'm going to talk about relationship health and why this matters for getting people to do what you want them to do, how to influence, how to be successful when working with others, whether an individual or with teams or other parts of your organization. So, um, just to give some background on this, I just got off the monthly call I have with all of my graduates worldwide of my Agile Culture and Leadership or Cal 1 Certified Agile Leadership Training. In that training, people get this playbook, which is a step-by-step guide of how to move an organizational system, whether it's a team or a group, towards higher performance culture. And what I'm sharing today is actually something that got added as the very first step. Like it's a new evolution of this playbook, something that I've been doing for years, but I haven't effectively been really telling people as a first class citizen as a key secret for how to unlock success and higher performance and get results. So I'm really excited to share this just actually with everyone now, and you can use this no matter what you're doing, no matter what your background, no matter what your situation is. So the key piece of information is about relationship health. Is that before we engage with another person, before we're engaging with another team, or even as we're doing so, we just pay really good attention to what is the health of this relationship. Is this person or is this group of people really ready to listen to me, engage with me, and so on? And sometimes we're in a meeting or meeting a group of people and we're feeling like something's kind of off. And so this is a chance to get to focus on relationship health first as a way to achieve the objective of the meeting or whatever it is we're supposed to be doing with that group. I'll give some examples from my world which is my past world now as an agile coach and trainer. Sometimes I'd be in a situation where I've been brought in by the organization to train a team, and I'm saying, well, hey, why are we here for the next 2 days? And they look at me and they go, I don't know, we don't know. Don't you know? And I go, well, no, I don't know either. Like sometimes usually I know because I'm working with the management team to set that up. But sometimes I was getting brought in just to train some teams. And so I say to them, I said, well, look, I'm guessing if you guys don't know, and I don't know, let's see if we can figure out the answer. My guess is because your management team wants you to be more successful and more productive. Does that sound about right? Could that be true? And they're going, yeah, that's possible. That makes sense to us. So I said, okay, great. Well, let's assume that's true. Knowing that, I'm not the agile police. I'm not here to make you do anything. I'm trying to force you to do anything. I'm not your manager. You don't report to me. I mean, you guys should know that already. So I'm just really here to help you succeed with whatever you want. If you guys want to get better at how your team functions, performs, I'm an expert at this. I work with lots of teams in this kind of stuff. Would you guys be interested in agreeing about doing something like that over the next 2 days since we're supposed to be here together? And they're like, oh yeah, that would be okay. We'll do that. And then I say, okay, well great. Why don't you tell me what you want to learn here? And then we can shift things around to make sure you get what you need to support you functioning at your job. And it's a way, like, I'm just telling you this little story, this little snippet as an example of how relationship health is so important, that when we take time to pay attention to that, we take time to support people's level of psychological safety, to give them an equal voice in what's important for them, to really listen to them, to show that we respect and value them, and we care about them. By taking the time to listen to them, we can actually help them get what they want. We can actually achieve and succeed in what we want, right? I mean, I wanted them to get some value out of that time together, right? So this is just one example I given from a team context. From an individual one-to-one context, the example is, well, if you notice someone's like, hey, can we have a conversation about this? And the person's like, yeah, not really. Just not just listening to the words, but just paying attention to the body language. And then oftentimes when I do that and focus on relationship health, I don't just try to say, okay, great, let's go. Well, this is really important to try to, really lean into them. It's about taking a step back and saying, hey, we can talk about it when you're ready. I think this is actually a really important topic for you because of X, Y, and Z. If it's not really resonating with you right now, we can pick it up later, right? So give that person that space, that time, that freedom to make sure they're saying yes, that from a willing place. And I think the other part of this is that if you just take a step back and you think about some of the teams or people you're having challenge with right now, just maybe think of one or two people or a team you're having a challenge with, just check in with yourself. What's your level of health with that person or team? When you think about them, do you have a really good, positive feeling about them? Or is it something else other than that? And then think about, how do you think, knowing how they react in the past, how do you think they feel about you? If you're getting anything other than a positive response in both directions, you're feeling really good about them. And when you think about how they think about you, all the data you've ever experienced is pointing to a positive thing. If you're in a positive state, you're okay, great. Maybe, wonderful. If you experience any challenge and resistance, then it's a clue that there's something going on, right? And so this is a chance for us to, before we try to achieve something with that person or with that team, to just pause and say, well, how am I feeling, and clear away any charges. Sometimes it just, things creep in that we're not aware of. Sometimes we have judgments against others. Sometimes we're frustrated with others. And it's a chance for us to do our own work and say, well, why am I getting frustrated? Where, what's going on inside of me, myself, and doing some of what we see as the really important inner work of leadership. And if you haven't already been exposed to that, our book Emotional Science is very helpful for that, for starting to look inward at emotions that are getting in the way and blocking us from showing up as the leaders that we want to be. So it's really important that as a leader, as an influencer, you have some way of managing your inner state. And by taking an attention to what's the relationship health, we can do two things. So one, what is the health? If there are challenges there, look inward to see what we need to do to clear ourselves and our being so we can show up. And number two, do things externally. So that we can support others and support actively doing something to shift the relationship health by increasing other people's psychological safety and giving them a voice in what's happening, letting them know that we care. So that's the tip for this month. Encourage you all to check out my blog. Lots of great things there, or get my book. Hope to see you either online or in person at a conference somewhere in the world. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.